Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, and I'm bringing you another game from a tournament. You will recognize that one of the players is CaffeineFree, and the other one is Spunky. I've definitely casted some amateur games done by CaffeineFree before, but this is not as per usual on SC2 This is actually a game from SC2 Gateway, which is a kind of a new site from what I can gather, and this is actually their new tournament. And whoever wins this is the finals between CaffeineFree and Spunky. The winner of this series will win some really sweet StarCraft 2 mouse pads from Steel Series, who is the sponsor of this tournament. So that's pretty cool. There are a couple of cool mouse pads out on there. One of them was just a Marine, which looked pretty cool. But the coolest one I thought was one between Kerrigan, who looked badass as all hell, fighting Zeratul. I thought it looked really, really sweet. And before we really get into the game here, it was requested that I gave out a shout to, I'm not sure how to pronounce the clan name. I don't know whether it's supposed to be Naughty or it's a creative way to say naughty. And his name is Darkside. So Darkside gets a special shout out for helping with the preparations for this tournament. And here we go. We're going to see CaffeineFree going for some, straight off the bat, heavy cheese with a couple proxy Raxes here. It's going to be 2 Raxes here. BBS build from CaffeineFree. So we'll see how this works out. Looks like the other people watching are quite entertained, and both these players have pretty good spam APM as well. And I don't think Spunky's really even going to get much of a chance to see this. He's going to be forced to micro with his SCVs and Marines really here. He's just building a barracks in his own base, and he even threw up a refinery before his barracks. So he is going to be quite late in getting Marines out. And CaffeineFree might actually be able to take this down very quickly. And yeah, it's going to all depend upon whether Spunky really has the micro to really deal with this, and if he continuously builds Marines right off the bat, which he's absolutely going to need to do. There's almost no way that Spunky's going to head over to this position to go see this. And yeah, this is the finals of this tournament, and from what I could gather, it looks a lot like a bracket from the SC2 weekly tournament with a lot of players that probably have similar quality from what I can gather. But yeah, so it should be pretty fun. And it looks like finally Spunky's going to get there with his SCV, and he's going to see that something's up, but it is going to be way too late. And CaffeineFree might even be able to start a bunker up here. What's he going to do? There's the factory going to go down, and that is not what he needs. He really needs to start building some Marines out of this. There we go. There's the Marines. And now he sees 2 SCVs, and he's got to know that something odd is going on, and Spunky's got to be kind of worried at this point. And there's the bunker going up. There is the bunker going up. Spunky really needs to pull off a lot of SCVs. 2 Marines already here, though. 2 Marines. If CaffeineFree has the micro for this is not even going to be close. This should not be close. CaffeineFree should absolutely be able to destroy these SCVs. 1 SCV goes down. Looks like a second SCV should be able to go down here. Marine finally produced for Spunky. One of the Marines for CaffeineFree goes down. And actually, the SCV building the bunker goes down. Actually, Spunky doing a really good job here. Spunky doing a great job fighting off this rush by CaffeineFree. CaffeineFree lost everything. CaffeineFree lost everything. Both of his SCVs, all of his Marines go down. Spunky with some great SCV micro. CaffeineFree with some somewhat poor Marine micro, unable to keep his SCVs alive, unable to really do enough damage with his Marines. I thought he was going to be able to take down many more SCVs and really micro against the Marines better, but at this point, Spunky has more Marines than CaffeineFree does, and this is going to be a tough spot for CaffeineFree to come back in from. He certainly doesn't have a Geyser anymore, doesn't have any gas, and he's dedicating this. He is just continuously pumping Marines. He's going to hope to take this down, and he goes trying to work his way up the ramp, going to take out 2 of the Marines, but the Vulture has been produced here. The Vulture has been produced, and with proper micro, this Vulture could be very effective, and another Vulture is being produced. Some Marines coming in for Spunky as well, and this is going to be so hard for CaffeineFree, although if that Vulture runs right into the Marines and takes a lot of hits, he's got to be careful with that. Spunky needs to be more careful with that. But if the second Marine gets produced, if he can send one of the Vultures, or the second Vulture, if he can send one of the Vultures and get it to CaffeineFree's base, that could be one way to end this game also very soon. Only 2 Marines left now for CaffeineFree, 2 Vultures and a Marine left for Spunky, and this is just about over. All the Marines are pretty much dead for CaffeineFree. All he's got is his reinforcing Marines, and they're dead, and yeah, CaffeineFree LOL GG's. So that was the first game. That was very fast. Didn't even really get to talk about much of anything, but yeah, that was a good game. And so we got to see some interesting cheese from CaffeineFree with the 2 Racks BBS build, and Spunky fending it off expertly. And I'll be seeing you all in the 2-set. That was very short. Hopefully the next game we'll see something a little bit more standard out of the next game. We'll see what happens.